When golf ball's elimination had been announced, tennis ball panics and starts shaking. When his friend is kicked out in a very normal way, he remains staring at the floor in a sad way and isolates himself from the others for a few minutes. Golf ball, as said before, had always been his guide. Tennis ball is so upset only now because he had more time to spend with her, unlike BFDI. Without her, TB does not know who to vent his tension with, and doing so is very important for him. He could become stressed and lose control of himself without wanting to. He is a very fragile guy after all. Furthermore, when golf ball was by his side, he made her take the lead, make plans, and give orders to his teammates. As soon as he loses golf ball, he finds himself doing the things a leader has to do, very new things that are difficult for him, especially in circumstances like these. He has to start acting like a leader from one day to the next, and suddenly changing routine, especially for guys like TB, is practically he doesn't feel up to it. He struggles to understand who to be on the team with until Nicole offers to be with him. As you can see, tennis ball is very enthusiastic about that. From this episode on, slowly, his radical change begins. Tennis ball proves to be very skilled, rational, and astute. His performance and his ability to invent improve noticeably. Without golf ball around, he feels much more self-confident. But the real question is, why didn't he change before? Why did he feel so insecure under golf ball if he does even better on his own? It's hard to explain this because it's something I felt. You're very nervous about doing something only before actually doing it. Tennis ball was very afraid of losing golf ball and being without her, but when he finds himself without her, he feels fine, at least at the beginning. It's a bit like a school test. You feel anxious before doing it, but the anxiety subsides while you do it. In BFDIA 8, he totally didn't know where golf ball was, but from BFDIA 14 on, he does. So he doesn't worry much about her and does his task in a good way. In BFDIA 15 and 16, tennis ball continues to be independent and capable of inventing immediate plans. Too bad he has always lost since he's been alone.
And that's it.
Means Nick
Pin has won.
You're safe.
I'll ask you a question. Why does TB want Nicole to be with him in this scene?
Assemble! Awesome!
Hooray! But Nicole, I thought we'd be sticking together now. What made you think that?
Personally, I think it's because Nicole demonstrated him to be a loyal partner and a very kind and comprehensive person towards him. The thing that made him change mind about Nicole is this.
Hi, Woe Bunchers!
Oh, Nicole, we already have 3, so, go team with someone else.
Tennis ball, we are back. Great.
Nicole leaves him for Woe Bunch and comes back only when he realizes that there are no more spots left. Tennis ball thinks that he is just a backup friend for Nicole. He thinks he is just a convenience for Nicole. That's why I think he's rude to him for the rest of the season. After discovering that inside his fast, restores an unknown alien entity.
I would focus on BFDIA 17, in which tennis ball could simply take a shower to make things easier for everyone. But no! He decides to make things difficult, and let's do natural finds to obtain a time machine.
Come on, man, I love him, but his way to think is very weird. Like, what the Nico, in a very theatrical move, gets stuck in... Oh, well... He attaches himself to Tennis Ball, and the two of them lose control of the machine that makes them end up in the future in a very cool way. Well, Nico does... Nico... Tennis Ball does everything to make sure that the timeline doesn't get damaged. He keeps telling Nico to be careful, but Nico keeps doing... Nico... I appreciated this side of Tennis Ball. He is determined to solve something much bigger than them. He seems willing to do anything to save the universe. I respect him for being that determined and responsible. He almost appeared like a parent towards Nico. Then, I don't know what Nico thinks of Tennis Ball, but...
I'll gladly die for you, TV. Destroy me!
The only thing I don't get is, after this act of depression, he goes back to being very happy in the next second, and then dies due to his clumsiness. Well, let's get to the crucial point of this analysis, which led Tennis Ball to be what he is in Teapot now, an insecure and apathetic being. Tennis Ball has clearly changed since BFDIA 17, but it's absolutely not a sudden change. Since Golfball's elimination, Tennis Ball has gone through phases that led him to what he is now. Let's talk about this step by step. As you know, Tennis Ball has received the least number of dislikes various times by now, and this is one of the minor reasons that led him to become kinda arrogant. This, in fact, increases his confidence a lot. He thinks he's the voter's pet, and this consequently lets him to do anything he wants, because no matter what he does, the voters will still not change their opinion on him. Once the token is in his hands, he chose to separate Coiny and Penny, and that was how he slowly walked away, giving Coiny an evil look. Now I'll give my personal interpretation about this decision of his, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. Probably TB separated them on purpose to sow discord between the last stable pair of friends left in game. By doing so, while everyone would have fought among themselves, he could have gone on his own way. He could have thought only of himself, going unnoticed. He thinks that no one would have involved him in the fight. He thinks he's the only one with the easiest way to win. He thinks that no one would have injured him. Finally, he thinks that if everyone else would have argued except him, the voters would have noticed and appreciated him even more. Tennis Ball then begins to show off and emphasize several times that he is a nice and pure-hearted boy. He boasts about being what he is. He does this to detach himself from all the other players, but above all, to receive the respect and the admiration that he so craved in BFDIA 9. Tennis Ball thinks that his are characteristics that no one else has, so he thinks that if the other players know what he is like, he can receive respect and maybe admiration in return. Does this technique work? Absolutely not. In most cases, this makes the situation even worse, and this leads to him not being tolerated by the others anymore. But since his friends, Gelatin and Fiery, have fallen into his web of ingenuity, He thinks that his technique is working and does not realize that he has become unbearable in the eyes of others. In this episode, Tennis Ball is caught cheating several times. He uses his inventor skills to sabotage the others. BFDIA is coming to an end, and there are very few players left. I think that TB has realized that with his clean game he has not achieved great results, but he continues to be correct during this challenge until he notices that Book turned off his beacon. Tennis Ball was the first one to tell the others to stop arguing like that.
Wait, guys, why don't we all just agree to not turn off each other's lights?
Since everyone listens to him.
I'll think about it.
I think we all know there's only one solution.
He decides to start playing like anyone else does and cheat. If you noticed, he starts cheating only when he catches the others doing that. Since there are only few players left in Tennis Ball, a spark of hype ignites the hope of winning. Mark my words, winning is a very important thing for him. Something that could lead him to receive admiration and respect from the others, the values that he desires more than anything else. He is willing to do anything to obtain them, and he thinks, by now, that he has all the credential to do so. He thinks that he has already victory in his grasp.
Enough, Fiery.
I'd like to see her obliterated, and maybe clip her ugly voice.
Tennis Ball continues his project to achieve his final goal. He builds a slide for Fiery and Gelatin, those who helped him in the last episode. What a nice and friendly thought! If only this wasn't part of his manipulative plan. He builds it to brainwash them and corrupt them so that he gets another help from them in the challenge. Well, not that it takes much to fool those
Two.
No, I'm joking, I take it back. Those two are excited to help him. His techniques seem to work. They even added a very credible game rule just for him. Now, I would like to analyze the cake at stake part. Look at him carefully.
Tennis ball or fries getting out, and I won't be sad either way.
But bottom two,
I've never experienced this before.
You get used to it after a while.
BFDIA is not just a game for him, but it's a real battle against his insecurities and fears to demonstrate his value. Moving on, why do I think he's not a pure evil villain? Aside his reaction to his almost elimination, I think he's also a comprehensive person.
Needle, Tennis Ball, Fries, Book, and Coiny are all up for elimination.
Wait, where are Coiny and Pin?
well, Coiny's been isolating in that tower for a while now. Maybe we should leave him be.
He suggested to leave Coiny alone, because I think he understood that the stuff that happened to Coiny is awful. He can understand him, he can empathize with him, and can feel his pain. Because I think that if he would have lost golf ball that way, he would have done the same thing as Coiny. Let's talk about the challenge now. Why didn't he accept the book's help?
Tennis ball, wanna help each other find valuables?
That is a sound plan in theory.
Yay!
I'll have to decline. You aren't exactly a power player.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just feel like I'd be helping you more than you'd help me.
Simple. Because his goal is to gain admiration, and he is quite sure that Book would hinder his goal, as well she is quite a joke to any other player now because of her performance. while Book was acting
Pretty silly to take the challenge, though.
Don't worry, Fishmeister. I'll be sure to get you something absolutely out of your realm.
Okay, have fun wasting your time.
But let's face it,
TB is not making a good impression either.
She is safe.
let's move on to the scene with Leafy.
3 beautifully unique.
Hi.
We agree that Leafy is an outcast desperately trying to fix what she did. She wants to be readmitted into society. She wants to have friends. But now no one can stand her anymore, so she starts giving advice to everyone to maybe be appreciated again. The first player she gives an advice to is Tennis Ball, the most fragile of the remaining ones. Tennis Ball is scared by her sudden visit, and neither Book or Needle are that scared to see her.
What are you doing here?
Just here to help out an old friend.
Oh, okay.
Who's the old friend?
You, dude! I'm gonna help you this challenge. So here's what you're gonna do. If you get everyone in the WTF in your basket, then that should be enough to win the challenge.
There's no way they're gonna leave the WTF to help me win a challenge.
Tennis Ball fears that if he is seen interacting with Leafy, the others might think he has a positive relationship with her. No one likes Leafy anymore, so if he is seen talking to her, all his plans to gain respect would go up in smoke, achieving the opposite effect. That's the main reason why he leaves immediately after Leafy gives him her suggestion. Let's talk about his thought about their advice. Tennis Ball is scared of Leafy's idea. In short, he doesn't feel like it, but when she goes on, he convinces himself to consider the idea. And that's what he actually does. But instead of killing the WTFers, he decides to bring them alive to the basket. He just partially listens to Leafy, because killing someone is something that goes against his goal, or just simply he thinks that's pretty mean. Don't ask me the reason why they jump scare him that way. I think they are just impressed from his kind actions, and these are rewarded with admiration from them. TB's self-esteem grows once again because he is now convinced that his technique is working. Too bad it only works for those with no brain. And while he takes them happily to the basket, Golf Ball gets angry at Tennis Ball, explaining that she is disappointing in him, and the unthinkable happens. Tennis Ball kills his guide. Now, why all of that? I would say that he was too agitated because he realized that he had disappointed her, and his agitation led him to total confusion. His greatest fear is in fact disappointing and losing her after everything they have experienced together. While Golf Ball scolds him, Tennis Ball faces a moment of crisis. He is totally lost and does not know what to do to solve things. TB has never cheated in Golf Ball's eyes, because cheating is something that goes against what she believes and what she taught TB. He cares about behaving well in front of her. She is the only friend he trusts blindly. She has a great influence on him. TB admires her and does not want to appear to be an unfair player in her eyes. He would absolutely not accept losing her friendship. He starts cheating only when he knows she is far away, and only because the other players were cheating in the first place. And here, the question of the pillars that supports Tennis Ball's soul comes back. Golf Ball has always been the only one who could support Tennis Ball in his moments of difficulty. She has always kept him under control, and she is the only one who could confront his anger, like in BFDIA 10. TB calms down only when Golf Ball gets angry at him. But after all the journey that Tennis Ball has made without her, Tennis Ball reacts differently to her calling. The old himself would never have killed her. Now, not even Golf Ball can do anything against him. Golf Ball's absence has allowed Tennis Ball's ego to take over. His emotions now have total control of him. The pillar that supports Tennis Ball's soul is collapsing. Tennis Ball has changed.
Some suggestion, Buzz. That was way cooler in my head.
Well, she's still only at 3 out of... I don't know.